Hello and welcome to today's episode of Struggle to Strength, the podcast where we explore the incredible journeys of individuals who have been through some of life's toughest challenges and emerged stronger, wiser and more resilient. I'm your host Tyson Green, and today's guest has gone from gang leader to community leader and much, much more. And to be honest with you, I'm mad excited about this episode. So without further ado, let's get straight into. So, first of all, welcome to the Struggle to Strength podcast.
Thanks for having me, brother.
Thank you for taking your time out, bro. You know what I mean? Come all the way from Manchester, and I respect that, bro. Like with any guests that we have on, just introduce yourself, let them know your name and what you do.
My name is Matthew Norford. I'm the founder of One Message, and it's an organisation that's set up to help young, troubled people, and just anyone who's going down the wrong path or who needs advice to help them get them out of criminality and put them on a righteous path.
Nice. Okay, like with most guests, I like to take it back to the childhood. You've probably done a few podcasts anyway. I'm a bit of a filmmaker, so I take it from the beginning and run through, you know what I'm saying? So, what was it like for you growing up in Rusholme, right? Yeah. So Manchester. After you go, let's take it back to, let's say, your primary school years, yeah?
Primary school years. For me and my mum didn't get on. And I love my mum, but me and her didn't have the good relationship. With me and my brother used to get beat, me more than my brother, but knew who my dad was. My dad used to come round, you know who your dad was, he used to come round, might take you for an hour and then drop you back. You'll see him on the estate at his other baby mother's house. But I had my brother Gary, so he was only 2 years older. Gary was my best friend, he was my brother. He was like my father figure when it could come later on in years. But when we were young in primary school, it was like, he's only 2 years older, so we had to stay in the same bedroom. I had his hand-me-down clothes. Never forget, remember the Wildcat bike?
Oh, it wasn't that one that you had?
You little button, you press it, wow! Yeah. So he had that. I had that after him. Then he got a BMX, black.
Yeah.
So we was that close. And then it was things like when we played boxing. I look back now, I think you always had me off. He had to be Tyson, I had to be Bruno.
Yeah.
Like he was United, I support City. Like he was City back when I was like 6.
Yeah.
But yeah, we used to go to school together. I had a good childhood because we used to like build dens, go on the Moss Side Bridge, go down the bridge, just used to have fun. Yeah, we wasn't rich. Like, remember when we first had the Sky Dish and it got cut off after like 3 months, and no bills paid, but at least we had the dish hanging outside. I was a a class clown. So I have always wanted to make someone happy, someone laugh, even if it's at my expense. So I was the one that the teacher would send me outside the head teacher's office, and then my mum would get called, and then my mum's twisting me ear and leading me down the street, and you're tiptoeing behind her, and she's boxing you in front of the teachers, because back in the 80s you could get hit.
You get away with it then.
Yeah.
So going back to your parents, you said that your mum and dad were together,
yeah,
separated.
Yeah.
So what did you have any brothers and sisters? You just mentioned your brother, yeah?
Yeah.
How many brothers and sisters you have?
5 brothers.
Wow.
2 sisters.
Shit, and older and younger, it's more.
Yeah, I got older sister and Gary, my older brother. Yeah. And then the rest are younger.
Wow, so that must have been, so your mum was single parent as well?
Yeah.
With 5 brothers?
No, my mum had 4. 4. Yeah. And then my dad, the rest are 3 of my dad.
And your mum brought them up as well? Or? Oh, no, I see what I see.
Yeah. So my mum had me.
So 4 and an older sister?
Yeah.
Right, so what was that like altogether? I know I've got an older brother myself.
Yeah.
Imagine having 4 and the older sister, but chaos at home, weren't it? You're a single parent as well.
Nah, because my sister was doing her own thing.
Yeah.
Me and my brother, so there's 5 years between me and one brother. So between Gary, there's 2 years between me and Gary. Then there's 7 years between Gary and the next one.
Right.
And then there's 12 years between Gary and the next one.
Right, so big gaps.
Big gaps, but so me and Gary grew up close for 7 years until the next one came. Yeah. So my brothers, we all get on. We've obviously all been close. When you're all in the same house and you grow up poor, and it just brings, it brings you closer because you're all going through the same struggle.
Yeah.
The older ones want to look after the younger ones. So my dad really never did nothing, but one good thing he always said is, if you've got a tenner, you split it between you equally. So everyone's got, and that's one good thing he told me. So growing up, that stuck with us. So no matter what we did, we all made sure we were all good.
Yeah, good family dynamics.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So back to the area, Rusholme.
Yeah.
You said you used to go out and what sort of stuff did you get up to when you were that age? Like
6, 7, 8. I was a normal kid. I was playing on my BMX or the Wildcat, play football. I remember a little 2 kit come out, and it was wood with a bit of like hard plastic, and we're trying to make dens out of stuff and knock Lacador Run, Kirby, yeah, Kirby, like Wembley when you put the two bins. We got a afford the goalpost, so you got a flyaway football. You thought you were Beckham when that ball swerved in the wind. Well, that's a £2 ball because mum can't afford the Casey. But I ain't gonna lie, I was happy because I had my brother and I had friends. So no matter what me and my mum had going on, I'm with my brother. So I could go through anything. When you've got real love, you can go through it. You can enjoy anything because that person will put an arm around you. You're all right, bro. Or when I'm crying, he'll just come in and sit next to me. And it's just like, you've got a big brother.
Yeah.
Like that protection.
So fair to say that your brother stepped up as a father.
Yeah.
So what was your mum like as parenting? Obviously, you spoke earlier on, you said she's Jamaican, so I know what it's like.
No, say kits, mostly say kits. Yeah.
West Indian.
Yeah.
I know what it's like. Dominican. So.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Do you want to go into how your mum was as a growing up? Was she strict?
She was strict. She would discipline you, and there wasn't no time out. There wasn't no special place. A special place was a hand upside your head or a broom upside your head, and you know, run into your room crying. But she was always, I give her that, she was protective over her kids. Even me and her dynamics were up and down. No one's touching my boys. If anything happened, my mum would come out. I've seen her later on in life come out to gang members when I've had problems and like, you have to fucking get through me to get to my kids. Yeah. And gang members will respect it and write it off, but you're just like, damn.
Yeah.
Now you're 11 getting into trouble, you're like, damn, mum, you're tough like that.
Yeah. I think these though, that is a different time then. I think that is a bit different, innit? But them days there, we were raised to respect our so communities together, it'd be like, she probably knows your mum or your dad. Yeah,
you could get slapped by 2 doors down and get brought to your mum. You're going to get slapped again. But to be fair, I'm a mum. I always say this. She taught me some fundamental things. So like, we had to do chores. So me and my brother had to do the skirting boards up and downstairs, inside, outside of the doors and the windows before when we were young to go car minding, minding the cars at City Ground. Every Saturday, my mum would put that old school music on. Back then, it was like Lisa Stanfield. It might be a bit of Shabba. It might be a bit of Budgie Banton. It might be mix up, but out the house, because obviously you're in a community, out the house with all the other young people and she's cleaning. Then you come back in, you get your Saturday soup. You have to sit down and eat it, and then you're back out and then you're in at 8 and we watch a film and get the Golden Wonder crisp. So I have got good memories of my mum, but it's just, I got beat more than my brother. And just certain things she used to say to me, obviously as a kid, it got to me, but as a grown man, when I sit down and look and I think, but she went through a lot before we all came here.
That's usually the case, isn't it? I think with people that have gone through trauma, they tend to 9 times out of 10 bring that onto their kids, don't they?
Yeah.
They do it consciously.
Yeah.
Conscious thing, innit?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because they know no different.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But going back to what you said about how she treated you and your brother different. Do you know the reason behind that? What was the reason why you think?
For me, I think it was because my mum would say, all right then, Gary, do the dishes. Gary might not do it and not like it, but he's going to do it. And me, she'll say, Matthew, do the dishes. And it might be your turn. I'm like, nah, mum, it's Gary's turn. It's going to do the dishes. No, but it's Gary's turn. So I take the beating, I'll run out the back door, go and play out. No one going to get beat when I come back in. But in my mind, it's Gary's turn. Now you're bullying me to do it. So if we was talking, because we used to watch Prisoner Cell Block H, these times I must be 8. That's what I'm saying, 8 B Smith and all that. So my mum, turn the bloody telly off. So you turn it down, but we're still talking. When you just hear that drawer open and you hear the metal clang together, you think it's the metal pot spoon. It's not the wooden one. Because the wooden one, you can do that. It could bust on your arm. You're all right, that one leg, but that metal. So you just hear, and you jump, you try and tighten the cover over, but I would get the paragraph, I told you not to fucking speak again. But I'm like, I can't even breathe. But then she'll go to Gary and go, and you too. I'm thinking, are you mad?
I've got 2 syllables.
Yeah, 2 syllables. I got to flip in my paragraph, and just things like that. And then as I got older, I've always been, not did a fight one, right is right, wrong is wrong. So when I got to high school and like basketball, I wanted trainers. I had to go with school with holes in trainers. Gary got a new pair of Nike Karachi. Gary played one football game. I never forget, £160 for the David Beckham Predator boots.
Remember the red ones?
Yes, he got them.
Oh, shit.
My stuff came from Adidas factory. So I was like, as you're getting older, you think, wow, why are you treating me different?
Yeah, so there's a big difference in ways, And same parents, same.
Yeah. Same mum, same dad.
Right. So you touched on your high school. You said you played basketball.
Yeah.
Do any other sports in high school?
Played for the football team, but I threw everything into basketball because if Gary wasn't there at home, sometimes like I'd walk in the house and my mum would just go silent when she's talking to Gary. Like the plagues walked in.
Yeah.
So I'd go in the kitchen now, open the fridge, and I'd just be like crying, like, yo. And people might say, oh, my man's soft, but yo, I'm 10, 11, 12, and your mum's treating you different. You've had the beatings. You can get over that because you get resilient to it.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
So when you start getting to 13 now, you start going through your hormones and all that. And I just used to look and think, why are you like that with me? Yeah. So then she'd say, like Michelle there, she'd see my mum, oh, you're all right. And my mum would go, this is what would kill me. Oh, yeah, they go, she'd go, is that your boys? Yeah, these are like me. He's like his dad. But then scowl. And then you're thinking, well, my dad was a knob and, you know, hit you and all that. Like,
yeah, why are you putting me in that same?
Yeah. So then I'd think, yo, am I really like that?
Yeah. What did that do for your self-esteem then? Because surely that must have, you know, made you think sort of low about yourself. You didn't have that effect on you as a kid.
Yeah, it made me feel like
if your mum's sort of introducing you to people in that way, surely like, over a period of time, eventually you start to believe that, don't you?
No, I didn't believe it, but I was thinking it like, yo, I don't hit women. Like, if I had kids, I look after my kids. Like, I won't come around the house and shout and rare and batter my kids like it and not come around for months. So I just think, well, I was like that, but I knew I wouldn't never hit a woman, because then when you start getting 13, 14, getting in relationships, and you have that first argument, my thing ain't to hit or shout, because I know what it's like when I see my dad hit my mum. Never forget, Gremlins 2, the new batch, and I just heard that argument. I've walked to go in the kitchen and seen him hit my mum. My mum hit the ground. Obviously, I was crying, like hugging my mum. My brother's gone and tried to hit my dad, and obviously my dad just like pushed him away. So now as I got older, I'll never forget, he tried it again. We're upstairs. I'm about 13 now. I'm like gangbanging, like in a gang now. I'm playing basketball, but I'm in a gang. There's me, my brother, and my cousin. And we just hear like a remote throw. So we both just ran downstairs and stood by my mum. And I said, wow, do you think you can hit my mum? Yo, Gary just said, yo, I'll put you in the grave. And obviously back then we had the 2-2 Dillingers. Yeah. And he just looked shot like ras. And walked out like, nah, this is my mum. Regardless what me and my mum's been through, it's my mum. You've never been there. Without my mum, I've been in a care home. Yeah. And we all have been split up. So regardless of beatings, my mum, she fed me, she clothed me. I didn't get the emotional love I wanted, but I had Gary for that. Yeah. So, but I still respect what she did.
It's still your blood, man.
Yeah, it's still my mum.
No matter what it is, it's either way, innit? So let's go back to your dad. How often was your dad home? Like, was he in and out?
In and out. It's one of them. You might come on a Monday, you might see him on a Friday. If he does come, when I was younger, he'd let you stay off school with him. So I liked when he'd come round and
you could
come to see mum.
Yeah.
I knew, obviously, at a young age, you think, you're not coming to see yours, you're coming to see my mum, because the first thing is, you're all right. Then he goes in the kitchen and talk to my mum, and he doesn't come and sit with you or play with you.
Really interesting.
No real interest. Yeah. But then in the morning when I don't want to go to school, your dad just like, oh, just leave him off. Yeah. I give my mum, like, my mum's worked since 16. Yeah. All I've known in my life is my mum to work. I've never seen her with no other mum but my dad in that house. So my mum taught me them morals. But yeah, my dad would come round, and sometimes I never forget when he used to give you a tenner. You're like, yo, a tenner. Yeah. Yo, remember when you're 7, 8, you're buzzing. This is, that's like, I don't know, £100.
Yeah, it is. But
when he leaves the door, though, when he leaves the door, he's like, oh, just give me that tenner back. I need some cigarettes. I swear down, take the whole tenner.
You used to do that in front of your mum, so your mum would think that he's doing good and then take it.
No, he did take it back in front of my mum when he leaves the door. He had no shame.
Oh, that's mad.
And I'm nothing here. I'm exaggerating it. You know, people are going to hear this and like, the truth is, that's how it was for me and my brother. Yeah. My mum did everything. My dad might have came round and in a year gave her a little £100 here, or out of the school shoes we used to get were from Dickinson Road Market. Yeah. I'll never forget, I got a pair of these Travel Fox, and you could take the sole off and use it as a rubber, because it was rubber. So I don't know. You know, well, mum would scrimp and scrape and go to get you to JD or even Adidas factory. They're still, you know what I mean, proper trainers.
Yeah, so was you, fair to say your mum was doing what she could with what she had.
Yeah.
Yeah, so she was still looking out. So let's go back to your sporting in Ireland.
Yeah.
I watched a few other podcasts and that you've been on, and you played at a decent level, didn't you?
I played for Manchester Giants, Northwest Boys. I played for England. And then one thing what hampered me for England as well, I was like full-fledged in a gang, but I managed to do the two because I was kicked out of school. They'd let me go to the matches and training.
So you weren't going to the lessons in school, but
I got kicked out. They kicked me out.
Oh, where they kept you on the team to play the sport?
Yeah. Because it's not like what it is now. Yeah. With all these checks and everything.
Yeah, academies.
I would go in, let's say, once a week. And then that was enough for me to play on the team. And then the coach of Manchester, of my team, Burnage, was like an assistant coach in England. Yeah. So I was the best in England at my time. Our school won everything, Burnage High School. But I put everything in it because on the court, I'm loved by my players, by the parents. When parents are like, good basket, Matthew. Yeah. And, they're patting you on the back. That's That's what you want. But when you turn around though, and not see none of your family there, it's disheartening. Like
it is, especially as a kid, regardless of how old you are, you're gonna be looking for that praise from you. You look to home first.
Yeah.
No. So you played for, you said Manchester Giants. You played for England.
Yeah.
But you said you were already in gangs. You was already doing stuff. And how did that come about?
Well, when I was younger, I used to see my uncle, my dad, people around the area, just people with chains, jewellery, like whatever they were doing. And then obviously as you get older, when I got to like 10, 11, like I seen the elders in my area, people that I knew or I got to know, chains, and you see them doing the hand-to-hand transaction, just, smelling weed. But by then, you already watched Boys in the Hood, New Jack City. You've already listened to music, so you kind of know a grasp of what things are. Then when you see it, and these older guys have got girls, they've got the trainers, and they all seem like they're all loved in the community, you think, yo, I want a part of that, I want to be like that. And then my brother got into it when he was like by 11, so Gary was my role model, so even when I was doing basketball, I wanted to make Gary proud. Gary always used to say, bro, do your basketball. But I'm thinking, you're just saying that. You want me to be in the streets with you. I want a reputation. So when people say, you're there, Skelly, it makes him proud.
Yeah, obviously, if you've seen it at home as well from others, then obviously it's one of them. That's normality to you.
Yeah.
So at what point did you think, right, you know what, fuck the basketball. I'm gonna put myself 100% in the streets now?
I was 100% say by 14.
Young age then.
Because my brother, and when I'm making money, I ain't got to try and get a bus pass off my mum or a clipper card.
Yeah.
Yo, man's got money now. I'm making like, at that point, 14, I'm making like 300, 400, 500 a day.
Yeah.
I've got my own phone by then. And that was a day where you could forge your mum's signature, get 2 bills, go to the phone shop and take out a phone in her name.
Yeah. I remember it was a lot easier.
Yeah, so.
It was a lot easier. So, what sort of things did you get up to as when you, let's say when you started out in gangs? I mean, at the age of 14, what were you up to as a...
Well, at 14, I was already carrying guns. We had a 2 deuces, had a 9mm Beretta. I was already riding around, already selling drugs. I mean, heroin, crack, cocaine, not trying to glorify anything, but I started selling weed at like 11, 12. So by the time I got to 13, selling heroin, crack. So by the time I was 14, I was carrying guns. 15, I shot my first person.
Well, let's touch on that then. How did that come about? You had guns at home already, yeah?
Yeah.
If someone, don't mention any names and put anyone in any type of shit.
Standard.
I mean, obviously...
my brother Gary got the
guns come about. Someone's obviously passed you a strap.
No, Gary got him. Gary got him.
Your brother's passed it.
So when I'm 11, he's 13, he's already in that line.
Oh, right, yeah.
So he already had a connection to get guns, and the elders, he would buy guns off him. Gary's one of them. He didn't want to owe no one nothing, and he didn't want to be a part of yours. He made his own stuff, so he wanted his own gun. So when he's got problems, I ain't trying to phone you and borrow a gun. Yeah. So he brought 2 deuce snap and cat Dillingers, and he brought me one. So I'm like at 13 with my first gun in the mirror like that, little deuce, but not knowing
what was the sort of thought go through a 13-year-old's head when that's a lot of power in your hand, and you know what I'm saying? You can take a life in a click.
Yeah, but you don't. It doesn't register because I'm still immature, so I'm thinking, yo, a gun. Yeah. You've seen like the films, you thinking, you aim it, bang, someone's going to drop you, you get away with it. Nah, it's murder or attempt murder. But no one's telling you that. So when I'm in the mirror thinking, yo, Gary had 2 in a row, he used to like his John Wayne, and we used to, just riding our little BMXs, and just if you see anyone, pop, you don't even know that from so far, they're even going to hit the person. But you ride around with that, around with that power thinking, anyone messes with me, I can harm him. So basically it's like you've got the power, you've got the up on anyone at any confrontation.
Yeah.
So I was being cocky, because I know I've got a gun on me.
Yeah.
But then on the other side, I'm gonna lie, I was scared because if police catch you, you don't know what time you're getting, but you're going to jail. And at 13, you've heard the elders, jail's this, jail's that, and you're thinking, jail's nothing. Yeah, that's why I say it's a lie. It was all a lie. I was getting pushed, but my emotions were a lie because I weren't powerful, because at any moment the police could just snatch me and send you to jail. I'm not going to bust up the police, because the police are the police. You're never getting out when you do them type of crime. So how much power do you have, really?
Yeah, that's it. And it's hard, like you say, if that's all you know and that's all that's around you in your household, and that there's not really another avenue that you could take, really, is there? But
I had basketball,
but obviously if you...
And I knew it was wrong, so let me put it out there, because when you're 13, 14, you do know right from wrong. Yeah, it's all you knew at that point, but most young people are good at some sort of sport or something away from the streets.
Yeah.
So, but they just like me choose it's easier to do bad than do good, because to be good, you've got to be punctual at school.
Yeah.
It is kind of boring to go into lessons, but it's setting you up for the future where this little excitement you get now is leading you down the wrong path and you will go to jail. And obviously, unless you snitch, you ain't going to go to jail. But
at that age, you're looking for the quick fix.
Yeah.
You're not looking at longevity thinking, yeah, I could get a career in this. And
I really wanted basketball. I said to my mum, and it's true. And later on in life, I understood. But at that point, I didn't understand why she ain't coming to the game. She's got 3 other kids at home. She's probably just scraping bills. She ain't got the money to come over and watch me because she's got 2 younger ones at home. So it just hurt though, and I said to Mum, if you would have came to one game, I would have turned and seen you in the crowd. I would have took the scholarship and went to America. I would have been a millionaire.
I was actually just going to say that. Would you have took a different route if you had help from home?
Yeah.
It's important though, isn't it, that we nurture our kids with these different things. Have you got a girl like that?
Yeah.
A girl I see you on Instagram playing football with her. And
so I coach her team. I got into it so I can be with her, and she's been called the best keeper in the league. You can check her out.
And, you should be proud as a parent.
Yeah, I am.
You know what I mean? For example, I've got a 4-year-old and a 9-year-old, and I kind of, similar background to you.
Yeah.
Dad used to disappear for 9-10 months at a time. Nothing happened and whatnot. I didn't get that love from home neither.
Yeah.
It rolls into your adult life. So now, as a parent, I make sure that regardless of what it is, my younger, she can bring a picture of a fucking stick man or something.
Yeah.
The best stick
man ever. Yes.
Oh, I'll stop. Over me, I said, what is that? You're the best, bro. Gas it up to death.
Bro,
I'm saying.
Do you know what? No, because last night the same thing. My daughter comes and she phoned me. We FaceTime about 20 times a day before she goes to bed, and she just went, Dad, and she smiled. What's up with you? She went, I'm famous. And what you on about? She went, I'm on Google. And she's going through all the pictures. She's like, the paparazzi need to stop following me now. And I was like, and they are. So we joke, I'm like, I started Google. I'm all over it. So she's like, let me Google your name. It's what you've been up to. She's like, nah, you are? Well, guess what? And I went, you're going to be more famous than me because you're going to make it in football. I'm going to make sure. So what I've done is significant to what you're going to achieve. And she had a big smile. She went, love you. And it's always making them know you're going to do better than what I did.
Yeah, 100%. We need to drill it in from a young age. And that's how to get that self-belief and build on the self-esteem.
Yeah.
Our job as parents to give them the foundation.
They should to build on. Yeah.
And if you're like, in your situation, if you don't have it in early life, you can easily get influenced by other people and then sway onto the wrong directions, can't you? So let's go back to your gang life. You rose to leader of the gang, didn't you?
Yeah, me and my brother. Well, Gary, because Gary's older, I always gave him that respect, and he got 99% of the guns, the cars, the ideas, how to move with your gun out already cocked back, riding with no hands on your bike. So man, I've got the gun in their waist. That takes a couple of seconds. We can just start firing. It was just his mind just worked different. So I'm just a realist. That's why we always went far for 10 guys, because we all played our part. Gary's there, I'm there. Then you got the rest under us.
Like lieutenant.
Yeah. But Gary was. So I said everyone that. I ran the gang in sense of everything under me. But Gary was at the top, and I would always take his lead because as a brother, he never led me wrong. In that life, he led me wrong. But when I finally got in that life, all he could do was, I'm going to make sure my brother's got the skills to get through this life and not be taken for an idiot. So I tell the people, I didn't really want to do that. I did it because I loved my brother so much and I didn't want to go jump.
Did your brother push you to be part of the gang, or was it something that because you saw him doing it, you took it on yourself to be a part?
I took it upon myself to start selling weed. And he used to say, do your basketball, but he can't stop me. But at the same time, when I got into it for my own choice, you could see him like, I've got my brother here. Because he knew I'd take a murder charge for him, I'd kill for him, I'd die for him. Because it's your big brother.
100%.
And same with him, like, when my mum used to make me cry, he'd put his arm around me, and Gary's a mummy's boy. So when me and my mum later on in life had some blazing arguments, Gary would bite his thumb like that, and he'd bounce his foot. And you can see he's thinking he wants to say, jump up and say, talk to my mum like that, because no one could talk to my mum in a bad way, because he's a mum's boy. But he understood that, wow, I've just heard what you said to Matthew, and that's my younger brother. So he used to give me the love that he could see I wasn't receiving. And I've never disrespected my mum, but like, just for the instant on a story, I would come in, my mum's at say 1 o'clock, and I've come from a baby mother's, I'm chilling all day. She's like, what do you want? I'm like, I don't want no Caribbean food. Make me a shepherd's pie. It's like you and your dad a shepherd's pie. So she'll start making it. I swear down, Gary comes in. Don't forget all that English crap, man. Put some chicken wings on, some barbecue chicken wings. Straight away, she does what Gary wants. So I'm just like, what about mine? Oh, we'll do that. So now I'm an emotional guy. So now my emotions are like, why? This guy's just coming. I'll say, Mum, I've just come here. And she'll be like, really? Don't talk to me like that. I've been here all day. I've been shot for you. He's just come, took his shoes off, and nah. So I'm getting off, and Gary's like, yo, come back, man. It's Mum, man. I'm like, nah. And I'm like, I got tears in my eyes because I'm so angry. He's like, nah. He's like, nah, bro, come back. So I'll come back, and he'll be like, yo, just sit down, man, and they're trying to explain it like, you know, I'm mum's eldest, innit? You just got to deal with it, innit?
Yeah.
Me and her's got that bond where you and her are up and down. Just it is what it is, innit? Just be a man and deal with it. It's your mum.
Yeah.
Don't be shouting at her and all that.
Diffuse the situation and then...
I'm manipulating me to see his point of view. Yeah.
So, going back to yours and your brother's relationship,
Yeah.
you said he was, you know, multiple times that he was like a father.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Ride or die. What was a day in a life like for you and your brother? What would you get up to on a normal one? Like, get up?
Depending on what age we are, he's always lived at his girls when he was like 15, 16. I lived at mine. So we'd link up at mum's, get up in the morning, you know, brush your teeth, have a shower, all black clothing on, your bulletproof vest, under your top. I had a big bracelet, he had a big chain, he had a bracelet, spliff, link up at mum's on the bikes or the cars. All the younger ones will come, just give them the phones, they're shotting, you know, you got the music playing from the cars. The ones who are not at school, they're going shop, they're going to the butty shop, you're shotting. And then when it gets later on, you think like, let's go look for gal in different areas. You don't find them, then it's 8, 9 o'clock, get a bottle of E&J, a 2020, get some bud, roll a spliff, have a little drink, get all blacks on the bikes, fully masked up, and let's go into Moss Side or whatever areas and whatever gang we have beef with and looking to shoot him and build your reputation. And then some days it's just all out from the morning, war. And I'm not making nothing glamorous because that takes its toll on your mental health.
Yeah.
And as a young black men out there, we don't cry enough. We don't talk about mental health. We don't get counselling because it's always shunned upon in the black community that's weak. And later on in the story, you hear how, I thought I had 2 strokes. But when I talked to the doctor, he said, your heart's fine. That's the PTSD from everything you've been through. And every time you talk about it, it comes back to the forefront.
Yeah.
So it's like my speech went, my arm went, I thought I was having a full-blown stroke.
Wow, no way. You know, let's touch on, I think, like within the West Indian community, especially Caribbean community, it's something that I think we need to change it, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think, you know, especially our generation, our parents gone through shit.
Yeah.
And I think it's up to us to break that sort of link, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm thinking it in the West Indian community that, you know, you get taught not to speak up about your emotions.
Yeah.
We get shown that tough love and we bring that on, you know, saying that with our parenting is slightly different than we've learned from it, but there are black people that are our age that have not learned from it.
Yeah.
To the next generation. Yeah. So I think it's important just to get a message out on the podcast that, you know, as black people, mixed race or full black, we need to make it our responsibility to break that. You know,
that's chain, that cycle.
That cycle, you know what I'm saying? And not carry it on. Because obviously our parents didn't know no better. You know, from whether they were born on the island and then moved here, their parenting was a different time, you know, and it's up to us to just break that. So I just thought I'd put that.
Yeah, and then that bit there, it's just like, someone I told my daughter off the other day in front of a friend, she was having a sleepover, I told her off. But it was like, I didn't shout, but I raised my voice. And I knew she'd be emotional. So what I did, because then you're like saying that tough love, you're like, no, she needs to learn. That's what I did. But a minute later, I said, Anaya, come and see me. She sat down and said, listen, I'm not telling you off. And I apologize for raising my voice, but I'm just giving you advice. So now give me a hug. Gave her a kiss. She smiled, said, love you, Dad. So she realized that I weren't telling her off because I explained to her, sorry for raising my voice, but... And then
you give them the understanding for why you raised
Yes.
So it's not just, you know, coming with a iron fist.
Yeah.
You know, shut the fuck up, and then leaving it at that, because then they've not had time to then process the emotion, have they? Yeah, I'm saying, but you're right, you've hit the nail on the head, and I do the same with my daughter. You know, sometimes I say, do you want to talk? And she'll say, no, typical girl.
Yeah.
I don't want to talk. And you say, all right, I'll give it half an hour. We'll go back up. Do you want to talk now? No. Right, go back downstairs. And I say, do you want to talk? Yeah. And then we sit down with you. And then, like you say, you give them a hug, you know what I mean? They can maybe cry a little bit, but then they have the process that emotion in this, and you break that cycle as opposed to it sticking there and then just constantly rotating. And
sorry, young black men, tell your son, or especially tell your son how much you love him and you're proud of him, because when I remember when I was in a gang, I want to say I love you to my son on the phone, but nah, man, don't say that. So the first time I said to my son, I love you, and obviously it took him a while to say it back, but then one time I was just chilling, we were talking, and he's a mechanical engineer, I'm proud of him, all my kids, and then he's gone, Dad, I love you, I'm proud of you too. When he said that was better than any money, any gift I've ever had. Your son to say, I'm proud of you, I love you.
You know you've done something right.
Yeah.
Justification of you've done something right. But like you said, it's just mad how we as a black community don't normalise. You know what I'm saying?
Be emotional.
Be emotional, yeah. I list that. You know what I'm saying?
Because you're seen as you're not masculine. So if you're not masculine, you must be soft.
Yeah.
No, I am a soft person.
And you don't want to lose face. That's probably what it is, isn't it?
Like now, I'm not bothered about losing face. I'm not bothered about anyone thinks. I'm bothered about what my kids think and the young people out there that look up to me. I say, I am soft.
Yeah.
For women, for kids, I am soft. But when it's time to be hard to protect what I love or what I think's right, I can be that masculine guy, but I don't need to walk around with a bop. I don't need to scowl everyone. You see me now, I'm smiling every day because my life's great.
That's it. It's the ones that go about and try and force it on people. Yeah. You don't. So I think you fucking hold on. Does it not give you a headache looking like that every day? You know what I'm saying? So you do screw face 24/7. You definitely got a fucking earn. You went into jail, didn't you?
Yeah.
How many times did you do?
3 times I did altogether 6 years.
What was that like, your experience?
The first one was a lie because I'm listening to the elders, it's all right. And you've seen man that come out, they're all rich. But you're thinking, you push ways, the way they make it sound, you make friends, glamorize. I mean, I went there that first night and that door shut, I'm like, so what happens now?
On your own.
And you're on your own with your thoughts and you're thinking, what being my son? I had a son at 15, so I went to jail at 16, so I'm thinking, I want to see my son. You can't just go on the phone. Yeah. So then remember, I don't know, most people have admitted it, you have a dream that you're at home that first night. So I woke up thinking, let me go film it. And
then you realise,
metal toilet. I'm in jail. I'm here for the next 9 months at least. And then
was you on your own or padded up with someone?
I'm on my own single in Stoke Heath, and then going in a shower. And man are coming in the shower naked. I'm like, my box is like, this is some funny man business.
Well, next month.
And guys doing that, messing about, whipping people with a towel. I'm like, bro, I don't do none of them games. So, don't play like that. Yeah. But just the dirty food and then being away from your family, your conscience. And then I just sat down and thought, you know what? Let me go and get my GCSEs because at some point I'm going to have to get a job. Yeah. Not in the near future because I'm only 16. I'm trying to bang to the wheels fall off. Yeah. That stupid mentality. But I thought, and then I played basketball, had a chance to play for Manchester Giants when I got out. Well, Christmas in jail. Go as hard as you want, but when that door slams and them screws are going home talking about, I'm going on to my wife and kids now and have a nice Christmas dinner. You just had your pale chicken with hairs on it and you probably have to have the little crisper noodles in your cell. You're just like, I want to go home, They offered me a job now cleaning the roads on McDonald's. Real talk, I go and flip burgers in McDonald's.
Anything's better than that.
And then people think, the young people need to understand that you're not always just around normal criminals. Sometimes you are around the paedophiles and rapists. If they don't want to go on the special, the protective units, they can mix with it. I've seen paedophiles big as like Henny. And I'm like, let's go stab him up. And man are like, nah, because if you don't, he's going to knock you out and rare. And I'm like, it's a lie, innit? It's all a lie. I went to Hindley. I ain't gonna lie, my heart was pumping on that bus. Obviously I'm not scared, but it's worried because I've got beef and Rusholme's only 10 guys. So when I'm going to jail, I'm going on my own. I ain't going with 3-4 man.
That's it, yeah.
And then obviously back in 2000, if you're from Manny, you know Rusholme, but when you got man from Leeds and Sheffield, where's Rusholme? You're like, between Longside and Moorside, because they're both here to them areas. Yeah. So it's between them two. So I had to go extra harder to get that name out of there. Yeah. So like Rusholme was recognised. That's dumb. It's dumb mentality. I'm just saying what I did because I'm a gang member. I'm trying to get my area known, like Moorside and Longside. And it was scary because you got back then you had like Longside, Gooch, Dodderton, Cheetham Mill. There was nothing was in the same jail. Like I said, they got 4 or 5 people. They've got connections to man out of town.
So did the beef carry on into jail? Did you get any shit while you
because
see anybody that
I see some, but you can't always get to some people, and some people won't come off the wing.
Yeah.
Anyone who's been in jail with me, if you know me, you've been in jail with me, anyone can go in the comments and you can tell the truth. You've never seen me on PC. I've always been on every visit, every yard, every gym session, getting locked in. When you're getting locked in there and there's a couple of man you don't like, but you're locked in that room, there's 30, 40 man ready to go to the visit. I didn't say don't put me in there. Yeah, your heart's pounding.
Yeah, you could go off.
But what I tell the truth, it's not because I'm some tough guy. It's because I couldn't live with my brother Gary getting a phone call saying, Skelly's scared to go in the thingy. Skelly's scared to go.
Didn't want to lose face.
You know what? I didn't want to dishearten him. Yeah. So, you know what? If I get jumped, at least I'm going to swing a few punches and get decked. But it's not even about me. I swear I love my brother that much. It was him coming to visit and saying, bro, you're not coming off the wing. It would dishearten me. Him not thinking I could hold my own. So that's why I faced everything, because it was just my brother. So
do you think your situation would have been different if you didn't have your brother sort of giving that sort of pressure for you to hold that masculinity, that, you know, that tough face on.
You know, but he didn't give me that pressure. It's me not wanting to let him down on myself, yeah.
Yourself, right.
Where he's there, like when I went to Hindley, I phoned him, he was like, bro, you in Hindley? Because Hindley, you got the M1, the long walkway, where if you're going anywhere, you're gonna get caught by anyone, it's gotta be on there. Yeah. So he's like, yo, what they got you in there? I'm like, yo, he's like, who's in there? I'm like, da. I'm like, yo, such and such is in here. So when you come on a visit, bring a ting up. And then obviously later on, rare, someone tried to grasp him up that he did have a gun in the locker, but he beat that case and everything. But yeah, it was, I'm gonna lie, it was lonely as well. When you're doing 2 years, 2.5, doing a bit round the wall, it's lonely, I don't care. And girls leave you. You get the Dear John letter. You see man who you think, yo, my man's a certified killer, he's a goon. But my man's getting bullied by the screws. My man's really can't fight. So my man's getting bullied by little, not muppets because you're not a gangster, but you know, people who are not even from that life. You're like,
it's different when you ain't got a weapon.
When you ain't got a weapon, you ain't got 10 man. Can you really throw your dukes up and get a bus slip and carry on?
That's it. So, you know, obviously, there was other gang members that you obviously run with. Yeah. Did they come see you, or was it one of them where you got lots of you and your kid who come to see you?
You know, yeah. That was real talk. My brother used to come till he got locked up. My brother Hassan used to come. That was it. My mum. Yo, I love my mum, but she ghosted me for 6 months. Yeah. That hurt me.
That's a typical West Indian mum, though. She better think you got yourself into that situation.
Nah, she went and seen Gary.
Is it? Oh,
so she booked visits. He was in Oakcourse, I was in Hindley. Shit. And she would book me visits every Wednesday. And obviously you get your best shirt on and you go down. And yo, it used to hurt because you sat there for an hour and a half and your mum's, you're like, that's scary, you got to get him some chocolate and crisps. So you got bare munch, but no one to talk to. Yeah. So I'm trying to talk to, hopefully someone else has not got a visit. And I'm like, yo, come sit here. And the screw got the screw, but like, yeah, because in Hindley, they didn't used to take you off the visit. Right. So he got that bad. The screw used to say, Casper, you know, the friendly ghost, because you're getting ghosted. Oh, you want to visit, but you hear what? Go to gym or go to wherever you go. And if your mum comes, then we'll come and get you. Yeah. And she never did. Oh. And for 6 months she did that, but it's still my mum. Yeah. So I never disrespected her.
So what sort of effects did that have on your mental? That mustn't have been easy to handle, because you think about it, you're alone with your thoughts, you're in jail, and then the only fucking support that you really have is not coming through, is it?
Nah, it hurt me, but it made me like question myself. So I remember writing her an 8-page letter saying, you know, I'm sorry for being a bad son, I'm sorry for this and that, bringing police to your house. I'm locked up for drug dealing, not like to say it's any less. But my brother was locked up for murder in 3 attempts. You visit him every week, but you're ghosting me. Yeah. So when I sent the letter, and then I think it was my brother or my sister, one of them was coming up. And my sister, she come through the door and she went, oh, but then I'm like, where's my mum? And she's gone, sorry, your mum's not come. And then she went, oh, I got the letter you wrote for me, because I wrote my sister a letter. I know she was coming to see me, so I wrote her a nice heartfelt letter. You know, sorry, I've not had time for you and there. And then she's gone, I gave your mum the letter. And I said, oh, what did she say? She went, she said, I said, it's from Matthew. She just kissed her teeth and threw it on the side with the bills and went back to bed.
Oh, shit. So what sort of realizations did you come to when you was in jail? Because you got a lot of time to think and evaluate your situation. You know, was there any points when you was in jail where you thought, you know what the fuck am I doing with myself, you know?
Yeah, you did, you know, you wanted better, but when you get out, how do you know how to get better? Because I'm 20 now and I've got 20 when I got out, I did 2 years and a bit. So when I got out, no one knows to tell me to go college. No one knows how to fill an application in. Yeah. Everyone, I'm back to Rusholme. I'm not gone to a nice area where I can meet new friends. And everyone I met in jail, you know how it is, you want to meet man from Leeds who are like you, similar, so you can change gun. It's about enhancing your reputation.
Yeah. So if anything, you go in and you learn more on the inside, come out with more skills.
Reality hits you. You chill with your missus or your baby more for a few months, but then bills hit you. Trainers, clothes, your kids need, bills need paying. You need to get a car. You want to go on holiday. Just these things. So in jail, remember, man will send you a $1. You can only spend 25 of your money every week. So that's going to last you a month. Get a shower gels. You've got 30. So that's going to last you time. You as the officer do everything for me. So now I get out. What do you mean I got to pay this bill? I got to do that.
The
reality hits in there. It's like, yo, I need to graft again. Because I don't know how to get a job and I'm scared.
So does the prison system not set you up for anything like that? You have some sort of like, for rehabilitation, bro? I know recently they started to bring that sort of stuff in, but I don't know obviously how old you was when.
And it just depends if they get to you, because if you're getting out, you've just got your tag and you're getting out now in 4 weeks, but you were further down the list. They might not get to you. And all they're going to do when I was there, and most people will tell you, they'll say, go to probation, we've got these connections, go to this office. Yo, you ain't giving me bus fare. You ain't giving me like a place to live. You got to go to a hostel. You have to figure, mostly they give you this 40 whatever pound, give you your ticket. You have to figure it out.
Fucking no. You think that's a failing in the system then? Because obviously that's just setting you up to just get back in the system.
But why would the system want you to change? Because don't officers need jobs?
Yeah.
Don't crime need to commit go in because of police? And then all the laws that they can pass secretly in the government.
Maybe it's agenda, isn't it?
It's of course there's an agenda, but you say that to the average person who's working, what agenda? Conspiracy theories.
Yeah. No, yeah, when you break it down like that.
So why is the poverty? Why is the poverty in certain areas to keep that area down, or them the minorities down, or whatever the agenda is? Keep the prisons going, keep the police going. Like, come on, you could really, if you wanted to, you could eradicate certain crimes if you really, really wanted to. The punishments was really proper. Like, if you got caught with a gun, if you were really getting the 7 years and then plus the 6 months per bullet, a lot of money going to take that chance of a gun. If you're getting the 5 years for the knife and you're actually doing the full 5, we're crowded. But then it's crowded, so now they're letting people out
who've done these things. And
then when I get that, but no, what gets to me is the paedophiles and the rapists and the ones that batter the women. They're getting like 2 years and getting out. Like, no, them man should be getting 30 years locked up with the murderers. Like, you just ruined a young girl's soul. You just ruined that woman's going to work or coming home, and you've got the twisted mind to do what you do to her. And I even say, but how do you even get an erection to do that? Someone's crying, someone's fighting for their life. You are deprived, you need to be removed forever.
Dude.
But the gang members and drug dealers will get a 4 on your first 5, 6. A paedophile and a rapist are getting like a 3 or 2. So
maybe that's something to do with the elites at the top that are, you know what I mean? Most of them fuckers are fucked anyway, you know what I'm saying? They probably get cancelled on YouTube now, this episode, say this, but, fuck.
The truth is the truth, innit?
Yeah, it is what it is, innit? But, it seems that way, doesn't it? If they're not doing anything to stop these sort of things, then they're only encouraging it. Look
at encroach. Man, I get caught on encroach, you're getting double figures. And selling drugs has a big knock-on effect on the community because people's houses get robbed, people become addicts. But most of the people that sell drugs or take drugs, yes, some have been spiked and all that, but most people, it's their choice to take it. No one's pulling you best phone my phone and take 10B and 10 white. No, it's your choice because you tried heroin, got hooked. You tried crack, you liked it or whatever. Some people get hooked on weed, some it's alcohol. That's their drug of choice. But the alcoholic chooses to go to the shop and purchase it. No one bullies him. Same with a drug addict, so you have a weed addict. But when you're hurting a young person or a woman or an old person, that is your deprived, dirty choice. So you should be held accountable for that action.
Full intent. You're going in with full intent.
To hurt someone. When you sell drugs, what's the main goal? You don't think, I'm going to destroy a community. You think you're on broke or trying to get out of a situation. Then greed gets you, which is true. Greed will get you. Think, I've made 10 grand quick. I can make 100. You get to that. What a mill. But the destruction, now when you're making more money, you're selling bigger quantities, purer quantities. Them drug addicts love this white Charlie. Now they're going to go and rob more. So I get it.
Also on the other side of that, I think in a lot of communities, the reason why a lot of these, youngsters turn to selling drugs, I'm not trying to is because they get looked at like the fucking shit. When you might get a kid who comes from the estate, he's not got a suit, he turns up to an interview with a tracksuit, for example. I can't afford a suit, I'm here, I want the job. And then they're just going to look at him and think, just another fucking scruff from the estate. Then they're not going to give him the job. So how does that make that kid feel when he's going to think, fuck this, the system don't want me, so where can I turn? So he's look right, the system's failed him, he looks left, the streets are there open for the taking. Do you know what I'm saying? So, not to glorify him, but in a sense, the system's failing and not giving the kids any other reason to get caught in that sort of cycle.
No, you're 100% right, but what gets to me is some of the elders on the street will see that kid's mum don't care about him, whatever, and use that and mash his life up more, rather than say, you know what, bro? Go school. Trust me, it's not what you want. Let me work your phone. Nah, trust me, this ain't what you want. This is not for you. And tell everyone, don't give him nothing. Where there's some kids where man have brought football boots for them and done certain things because you don't want them. You think this ain't for you. You think you want this, but do your football thing.
But on the flip side of it, some of the elders do that to groom them as well. They'll say, just hold it. You're hungry, go get yourself, it's 20 quid, go get some scran. Or what, you playing ball now? I'll buy you some boots. Hold this pack.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And they can manipulate them.
I haven't got my hand up. I used to do that, but I used to do it, and I take full responsibility for it. But I was a coward then because I didn't want to go and get a 7-year sentence. I'm in my mind, you can go and get a year sentence. And trust me, God knows that if I could take that back, I'd take it back and go and do my sentences myself. Because so many say about 4 young people's lives who have gone on to be gangsters, go to jail. One of them turned into an addict because all the stuff that he couldn't deal with when he's in trap houses and everything. And I say to people, that's on my conscience. That's something I got to answer to God to. But if I said the worst thing is them 4 people could have been bus drivers, footballers, basketballers, doctors, lawyers. I manipulated them for my own reasons. I'm a coward to mash up their lives. So that's something I say to people. If someone asks you to do something like that, would you ask your brother to sell drugs for you? Most of them go, no, like, because you love him, innit, yeah? Anyone asks you to do that or do anything that's wrong, they don't love you. Because with your mum, no. So it's just like giving the kids that information. Yo, these elders are not your mum, they're not your dad, they don't care about you. Why would I give you a pack to go and sell? So you can go to jail and they're quiet.
So, like what you were saying, first say you're guilty of what, you feel guilty for what you did.
Yeah, I was guilty for it. Yeah, I feel bad for it.
How have you processed that? What way have you processed that to?
I was a coward. I didn't want to go. I knew what the steps I was doing because sometimes you might be like so when I'm like 18 and I've got like 14 or 15-year-olds running, I just had to make it feel all right to me. I'm like, yo, their mum don't care about him. They're not making money. And now they're making money, My man's got trainers on. His mum's now getting that leather sofa because he's looking after his mum. So I internalize it that way. But deep down when I'm with my thoughts, I'm like, yo, he's going to ruin this kid's life. Yo, stop him from doing it. Then you get the devil creeping in. Yo, you've got 4 workers, man. You need a bit more. So then I say to him, bro, if you get some of your school friends just to help out after the rush, any more you get, every guy you get, I give you an extra 40 quid or whatever it is. I know he's going to think, an extra 40.
Straight on it.
And that's another life I'm ruining to get more money. And that's when God sends you jail, God will keep making you do go through the same things until you learn that lesson. So I tell young black guys, why do you think we stay in a cycle until we break it?
It's up to us, isn't it?
It's up to us to break it, and God will let you keep going. It's like when you go for the same type of woman and they keep having you over, cheating on you or whatever it is. God's like, stop going for that woman, go work on yourself, make yourself better and watch how you attract better.
100%. 100%, real talk. So let's touch on your brother Gary. Sadly, you lost him to knife crime. Do you mind touching on that and the situation and how that made you feel when you lost your brother? Because obviously we know how important he was in life. What was that like? And if you don't mind going into when it was that you found out.
Yeah, so I was in Hatfield jail.
So you were in jail?
But I was in an open prison.
Right, okay.
So I was coming home every 28 days, you're allowed to go home for 4 nights and 5 days. It's like when you got 2 years left, it's about really resettling you into your community. So I only was locked up at that point, 16 months. And I remember I had 2 home leaves, and I remember going to Asda, like, what's this self-checkout? And it's beeping, you're like, yo, I'm used to going to the counter.
So you haven't seen this?
I've not seen that. That's 18 months. And everything seems fast.
Doesn't it?
So I've had a good home leave, took pictures, and I never forget one of the happiest I've seen my mum. She'd come home from work and there's me and her 4 sons. So she's come home and seen her 4 sons, me, Gary, and my 2 little brothers. And she's gone, this is the first time I've had these all together in like 6-7 years. So she took a picture. And I remember coming home and Gary, that last time I seen him, that last week, and he's like, yo, do you remember this? And I remember for a minute, I forgot. I went, nah. And he flipped on me and went, yo, bro, that's what I mean. And I went, yo, calm down now. I know what you mean. He's like, no, you don't. So I told him that we're laughing. And then one of my brothers wanted to go and do something to this guy outside it, like, and I'm like, yo, slow it, man. Normally Gary's like, yo, come, let's go. Gary's going, I'm arguing with my brother, and Gary's going, yo, listen to your brother. And I was even like, Ras. And then he's like, yo, so we took the picture and he's gone, yo, I'm like, yo, get in the middle. If you look at all the pictures, Gary's in the middle. Because he's the oldest. But then I swear down, he's gone, now you get in the middle. It's your turn. For a moment you just think, what's this guy tripping him? All emotional, this guy. And then in the picture, he's leaned to the side. Only years later, an old lady went, if you look at that picture, your brother's almost not in the picture. He's just left you free. And he died like a week later to that day. Oh, no. So I went back on the Friday, had my mobile phone in there, talking to him Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Put my phone down, Wednesday morning, got up. I'm having my coffee, my burn, tobacco. I'm in jail. I'm not trying to blaze and get kicked out of open jail. Man's getting food and getting gal from jail because you go out and so obviously.
You can do your thing.
And some guys come running up to me. It's about 8 o'clock in the morning. It's a hot day, 27th of July. And I thought, but it's one of these guys that talk a bit of verbal diarrhea. So 8 in the morning, bro, I don't know what do you want? I'm like, bro, what do you want? What's happening? He's gone, you heard what happened last night? I've gone, nah, why? He's gone, see, your brothers have been stabbed. I've gone, what? I've gone, nah, we shoot people first. Nah, you got it wrong. He's gone, nah, yeah, 2 of them got stabbed, one's dead. Out of all my brothers, you'd think me or my other young two, you would not think the most militant, the most serious Gary. So I'm thinking he's talking crap. So I've got on the prison phone, because obviously it's morning. I've got morning, mum, she's got morning, son. I'm like, what are you up to? She's like, nothing, just going to Liverpool. Like, oh, all right. So I'm thinking, when I catch this guy later, I'm going to punch him up, you know. Yeah. But I had a little feeling in my soul, and I was going, nah, forget all that. My mother just said about my brother. And she went, Gary's dead. I said, what? She said, yeah, he got stabbed last night in his heart. Your brother's dead. And your other brother's on in a coma, on life support. So I've gone to my cell. Obviously I'm crying because I've smashed the door. I'm crying. I've opened myself, got my key, and I'm trying to roll tobacco. I'm like, dead. And the next guy's coming. He's like, yo, bro, well, I've seen you crying like that. What's up? So I'm just like, I spoke to him last night. My brother's not dead. And so he took the burn off me, rolled it. And I swear down, put the telly on. I've just heard Gary Mulling's dead last night. Oh, I felt like someone was just stabbing me with a knife in my heart. Not all the way, just like that. Oh, I can't even explain the feel. Like I was heartbroken, like my soul was ripped. So then I've gone downstairs. I'm outside with this woman called Jane. She's like a drug and alcohol worker. Yeah. But she's one of them cool, nice women, just genuine, who wants to help you. So she was like a drug and alcohol worker. So she was outside, and a couple of man them out there. And I remember looking at the sun. I swear on my eternal soul, I just heard a voice say F God. He said the F word, but I wouldn't say it. So he said, say God. Like, tell me to swear at God. And I remember looking at the sky, and I remember it was on the tip of my tongue, and I was like, God, why have you did? In my mind, I'm like, God, why have you did this to me? Why have you took my brother, please? I'm not going to hear that voice saying, go and say it. It's on the I'm at the lowest I can be, vibrational. Yeah. But I just heard another voice say, don't say it. Yeah. Don't blaspheme. Yeah. And I just went, God, why have you done this to me? Dropped to my knees, crying. And then they said, go to reception. So I'm thinking I can go home for 2 days, because that's like, it's not a law, but the governor can do it at his discretion, because you're in an open jail anyway. Yeah. So I'm crying. I'm still crying, like heartbroken, snot, like everything, disbelief. I wasn't angry. I was disbelief, like, yo, my brother's dead. Like, remember, it doesn't sink in straight away. He's not coming back, because I've never had no one close to me that's died. So it's still first time. Yeah. So I'm like, yo, so I'm crying, but I'm thinking, yo, it's a lie. So I'm like that, my hand on the desk, and I just felt a set of handcuffs, and the governor's gone, we've got a movie tomorrow in prison behind a closed wall. So I didn't even say it, I was just going like, why? And he's gone, the police told us, because when you go to jail, they only know what's on the file. So I've only been to jail for drugs. Yeah. So the gang police told him, Excalibur phone, and said, yeah, get him out of that jail. Gary's his brother. You know, we believe Matthew's going to go and take revenge and murder somebody. And if he does, it's your fault. We're requesting that you move into like a Cat B jail behind the wall. Yeah. And I just remember saying, I want to see Jane. And Jane, years later, she told me about Jane's come, and I've said the officers put me in the room because he knew he was a cool officer, and she just gave me one of the biggest hugs. Then just moved me that night. Like, I didn't know at this point that your spirit leaves your body when you dream. Only until I got spiritual. So for people that don't know about that, so the dream, I seen him, Gary's talking, he's like, I'm dead. I'm like, you're not dead. I'm like hugging him, and he's like, why are you laughing? But when I pulled my face back, you could see the tears. And I'll never forget, we're walking, he's got a set of keys. We're walking that way, there's a guy stood there, can't see his face, he's got a hood up, and he's not menacing, he's just watching us. And we stopped, and he's gone, said something, I've gone, if you're really a ghost or a spirit, you're dead. Why are you using the keys to get through that fence? Why you just float through it? And then he's looked around with the saddest face that I've ever seen him. He's gone, it's all right, bro, I'm going home. I'm going home back to God. He's put the key in, this bright light's come. Then I woke up thinking, yeah, he's not dead. He's dead. And I never forget, Jane came over from the other jail trying to see me, but there was a gate in the way, and because she's not from that jail, she couldn't get in. Shit. And I remember just crying, saying, Jane, I just want a hug. And she was crying like, I just want to give you a hug. Yeah. And then they told me for 4 weeks, sorry, I can go to the funeral, because it's if your mum, dad, brother, or sister, or kids die, you're allowed to go, because it's immediate family, yeah? Like, they've took paedophiles, as you know, they've took murderers with his escort. Bro, 4 weeks, they told me the day before, he's getting buried on a Friday, Thursday night, socials finished about 8. This is 2011. They said, go to reception and try your funeral clothes on. So I'm walking with the officer. In my mind, I'm like, yeah, I can give him a hug, give him a kiss on his forehead, get to bury him, say a few things at the church, be with my family, hopefully get a cheeky little shot of brandy to put my mind somewhere else. Bro, when I got down there and I seen the 2 big security guards, and the governors just come and said, Matthew, the police have told us who you are, and like what they suspect you of and what your brothers did, and there's going to be guys there with guns. We can't let you go to the funeral. I dropped to my knees, like I was crying. I was looking around for the scissors. I wanted to kill myself. When you've got a brother like that, like I've done stuff before and you see people like jackasses, I like to call them, in the comments, but I just think you never had a bond with someone like that.
Yeah.
I wanted to be with my brother. All I've ever known is love. I've had little bit snips off my mum, but eternal love was this guy. No matter what I went through, who I had beef with, Gary was my ride or die. When I was broke, he'd feed me. So I said, it's never been done before, Matthew. I'm going to take you to the chapel of rest. Bro, I didn't even know what a chapel of rest was. I just thought, I'm getting out of this prison. I can go down the motorway, you know, get a bit of wind in my face. I'm just out of this. Yeah. You can breathe. Yeah. Bro, they took me to Manchester, Hard Parade from Doncaster. And I ain't gonna lie, I forgot where we were going because the officers, I give them that, they were cool, they were making me laugh. I'm just putting my mind like, so what? Like what is your plans and all that? So I'm forgetting where I'm going. Yeah. So when I've got there, that Rod Carter, respect to him, the police guy who like wiped all the gangs, like his unit, Excalibur, like took all most of the major players out in Manny. He's like, take the cuffs off him. And obviously the prison guy's like, nah, he's going to run away. He's like, where's he going to run? His mum or his girls? Yeah. He ain't going to run nowhere. I know him personally. Let him go. So they took the cuffs off. I've gone in this big freezing room. I'm like, yo, who's in that casket? I don't know anyone that's dead. My mind was blank because when I looked at him, Gary was like, about your complexion or a bit lighter.
Yeah, light skin.
Bro, he was darker than the night sky. Yo, didn't even look like my brother. Yo, I'm trying to not crack it proper gets to me. So he's lying there, blue hat, blue cardigan, blue jeans, socks, and his hands frozen stiff. So when I've gone to like give one last brother handshake, yo, his hands are frozen stiff. That cut me like a knife. Yeah. So I said, take me back to jail. I had like a panic attack, and then the next morning, I'm like, Mum, so sorry, I can't go to the funeral. She's like, but her other two sons are in jail as well, so they can't. So she went, it's all right, son, I've got to go now. They brought Gary's body to me, it's downstairs. And she had, first time in my life I heard my mum go, and she started crying. So in that moment, God let me know, your mum's now going to bury her firstborn son with none of her sons there to support her through it on the worst day of her life because of your decisions. And I felt worse than a drug addict. I felt worse than poo in your shoes. I felt so low. I went to you had all the man them there because I'm crying. Some man of like on the end of murder bids, there's drug dealers, there's all sorts. And man are putting around me, yo, it's all right, let it out, it's your brother. But I remember my mind, I don't care if I cry over anything, I cry, I don't care what you think. Yeah. So like obviously like shrugged him off, went in my door, slammed my door. I just dropped to my knees and said, God, please forgive my sins, like accept my soul, anything you want me to do and go through, I will. But I've done it my way and look, my best friend's been taken. And then it took me like 18 months, I was still in jail. And then one of the best things from that was I gained a mum. Jane's now like my mum. Yeah. Like, thank God she beat cancer. And that I've known her since 2011. Yeah. There's been times where I came out and she got me my first job. Yeah. And now I'd be like, I'd be phoning her and her husband, Peter's a good man. I'd be like, oh, he's like, all right, Matthew. She's like, Jane, your son's on the phone. And she'd be like, which one? He'd be like, the black one. So, but then I've seen her put the phone down like on Jane, like, no, I phone you back. Yeah. And I'm like, no, I'm crying because I've just come out. I'm still crying about Gary. She's like, no, I phone him back. You need me now. Yeah. And then just Gary died in July. So I went back there, that jail in September. I'm not lying, December. I'm going on for 4 days because the police said I can go back to the open jail. I can go out there, just they monitor me. Bro, I'm sleeping. You know, black man don't like to get woken up. This is 1 o'clock. Some little inmates there. It's a normal guy, cool with him. But I'm like, yo, what? From my bed, like, Jane wants you. I'm like, well, tell her 10 minutes. 10 minutes later. And he's scared, like, I don't want to knock. I'm like, what? He's like, Jane wants you. I'm like, oh, it's Jane. I can't disrespect her. Put my slippers on. Gone down, knocked the door. She's like, come in. And it was dark in there. Normally it's lit. I swear my mum's life. She's gonna know you've had she said, I know you've had a rough time, and I know you're going home. I won't see you at Christmas, but I just wanted to, you know, try and cheer you up because you've had a bad year with Gary and everything. She stepped out of the way. The woman sneaked in a proper flipping cake with candles on. Yes. I've never had that given. None of my family's done that for me. None of my baby mothers, none of them. I gave her a hug. She gave me a squeeze, like, you know, just full of love. Yeah. I remember like tears dropping on my face. Went, no one's ever done that for me. Yeah. She just did that. She could have got fired.
Yeah. I'm gonna say a job would have been on because he's smuggling something into.
That's what I mean. Yeah. Like, yo, so and then when I got out, she got me a job. I was working with her at this other company, and the guy was a knob, and I was getting paid like $550 a month, and I'm doing bare work. So James went, we had a meeting to get a pay rise. Check the guy. Matthew can only get a pay rise if you get a pay cut. Okay, that's fine. I've retired. I've got my pension. I'm fine. He's got a fiance and kids to look after. That's fine. Wow, bro. I swear she didn't let him finish a sentence where other people would have been like, yo, let me think about it. Oh, yo, to this day, this woman phones me. She come to my when I got married. Getting divorced now, but when she come to my wedding, she doesn't do dresses. Yeah, she wore a dress. She come from Doncaster. Got there, gave her a big speech, got a better speech than my mum. To this day, this woman phones me and checks in with me like, just funny to see how you are. I've watched your podcast or whatever. I'm so proud of you. You saved your life. So
clean-hearted people, that's what it is, isn't it? With people with clean hearts and, you know, Good intentions.
But my intention was I had to let her into my life, because when you're in jail, most of the man, they were like, yo, she's a screw, she's a 5-0, she's getting information for you. I tell her, I'm open, I tell you about my life, because you can't do nothing. The police already know everything I've talked about.
What are you telling them is what they already know.
And my brother's passed away.
Yeah.
And my brother, God rest his soul, anything I say about him, he's been arrested for. He beat his murder charge, God rest his soul. And one thing I do, what I say, every time I mention my brother, someone always mentions that they're a family member of this person he killed. God rest that person's soul, and God rest Gary's soul. But it just gets to me because everyone goes on like when Dave took her loss, they're an angel. I always say Gary was not angel. He was a gang member. He was a great dad. He was a great brother, a great son, great human being to the people that loved him.
Yeah.
But he's done things that to other people, to them, he's not an angel. I get it.
Yeah, of course,
but they always put comments like, you know, their family member was an angel. So let me ask you this question. What? Say you tried to rob my car.
Yeah.
What are you expecting me to do in that life? What are you expecting me to do? If we're both in that life and you try to jack my car.
I try to jack your car, then obviously it's going to cause a beef, innit?
Are you expecting me to come back?
You're going to like me. What?
Are you expecting me to come back?
It depends on what sort of lifestyle you're in. If you
know, we're both gang members. We're both in gangs.
There's repercussion for every action. Innit?
There you go. God rest his soul and God rest my brother's soul, but it just gets to me like, I'm just real. Gary weren't a saint. Gary did what he went to do and it went wrong. I went to go shoot someone and got shot up in both my legs, my penis and my testicle. I didn't say boo-hoo me because I went to do something bad.
Yeah.
He went to do something, rob my brother, one of my brothers, it went wrong, and my brother and another person went and in that life did what they had to do.
So when he got killed, he was retaliating to something what had happened.
When my brother got killed,
yeah.
My brother went to go and rob somewhere,
right,
and it went wrong.
And then
that person,
right,
killed him.
Oh.
That person tried to rob a car off my brother.
Yeah.
He went and got his gun and did what in that life you're supposed to do. God rest both the souls.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's right, but it just gets to me that let's not do that. If you're going to comment, just comment honestly. Don't be saying like he was an angel because my brother, and any gang member's not going to kill an innocent person. You've had to have done something to us.
Of course.
And probably I've talked to my brother. He felt bad about it, but you can't take it back.
Yeah.
He took his life to God.
Yeah.
So I can't judge him. And I say it again, rest in peace to both of them, because both of them were in that life. All of us in that life and we did things wrong.
Yeah.
Just like when I got shot, I prayed to God and the guy lowered the gun. I said, God, if this kid's going to shoot me, let him shoot me in my legs. Yeah. I prayed to, I'll tell you now with my eternal soul, if I'm lying, make me have a crash on the motorway. The guy had the machine gun pointed towards my chest. Okay. When I said, God, please with all my soul, let this guy, if I'm going to get shot, shoot me in the lower body. About 2 seconds later, the guy lowered the gun and then sprayed from left to right. And he went through my left leg, my penis, my right testicle, and it's in my right leg.
Shit.
So God rest everyone's soul that's passed away. I've always had a good soul. Yeah, I did bad things, but I've always had a good soul. Yeah. But if anyone's going to come in the comments, just come with anything intellectual, anything positive, and anything that's just honest and real.
You're always going to get them though, aren't you? Online is full of motherfuckers anyway, do you know?
No, it is.
The people, regardless of what you do, if you do good, they'll find something bad in the good that you do.
Yeah.
You do bad, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Regardless in life, you're going to be judged on.
Yeah.
It's just, obviously you thick skin to it probably now, you think fucking whatever, but
no, I read the comments and it gets me. Most of them are nice and heartwarming, and some of it's people like, oh, I lost my brother, bro, or not. It feels with shit. They share their pain. Yeah, relatable. Yeah. I do it for things like that, so young people out here can listen to this and think, yo, I've gone through that. Yeah. But look where I am now. If you allow me, I'm gonna tell you what I do now. Yeah. So what I do, I own my own company. I've had it for 9 years. It's successful. We go schools around the UK, we go Wales, we work with the VRU, which is the Violence Reduction Unit, which they give funding to local communities and put on events. They listen to you.
Sorry, before you go into what's the name of the
One Message, it's the number one, and message all in one word. Michelle, she works for me. She was a safeguard lead in schools for 23 years. She's come over because she believed in One Message, and I pay her full wage. A great wage. I ain't gonna say about a great wage. No, but she brings the professionalism. I didn't know about safeguard. I'm good at mentoring people and motivating, but she knows about the safeguard and the policies, so it just makes a great team. But so we mentor young people in schools, in the community. We work with GMP, we work with Challenger Police, we work with the Violence Reduction Unit, who are great, I didn't know what they did now, but I'm now working with them. They put money in the communities. They listen to the community. They don't just say, oh, we're going to do this and fund this. No, what do you need? And they get funding. They help you get funding. I've been to Barton Moss, not young offenders, secure unit. I've done London. I do anything. I go Wales. We do alliances through the VRU where they fund local businesses to work as partnerships and build a sustaining relationship. So I see the good the police do. Yeah, you're going to get some numpties kids in the police, but I see the good. I've got a good friend who's a detective. Like, I don't care. She helped me get to the VRU. Her name's Claire Simister. She's a great detective. Like, she took down some of Manchester's big ones. And I always say, if I was stupid enough to do a crime, I always say, Claire, I'm going to want you to investigate because you are truthful. So whether I'm right or wrong, she's going to get to the truth. Yeah. And that's what you want sometimes. We decorate people's houses that we've worked with. Christmas, not just gone the one before. We worked in a primary school and obviously it was non-uniform day. Yeah. So we've seen the kids, with some of them with holes in their clothes, they ain't got nothing. So me and Michelle spoke to the head teachers, they spoke to the parents, we asked the kids to tell the parents what they want. So we went and got the presents and gave it to them parents, so it came from the parents. We don't want the praise. Yeah. I just know my kid's going to get everything and wake up and be warm and can open a selection box and throw it because there's going to be food. Yeah. Why shouldn't these kids open a present and have...
All kids deserve this.
Yeah.
So you're backtracking. Yeah. What was your moment of realization and what inspired you to, found One Message? Was it a sort of a single point or a single event that happened and then made you think, right, you know what, I need to change, I need to get out of this lifestyle?
Gary's death, because that's when I sat down and thought, when Jane said the realest thing, I came in crying one day, she went, you know what, I'm going to tell you some harsh truth, suck it up. This is the life you and your brother wanted, now it's happened. Don't sit here crying. Yeah, you know you miss him, but would he want your hair soaking every day? Fix up, Matthew. And that hit, like, at first in my mind, I'm like, you cheeky so-and-so, but it's truth. And then, so Gary's death, but then when I gave my soul to God, everyone used to say, start your own business. I was happy and comfortable working for, say, you. I know I've got a wage. Going out on your own was scary. Yeah. But when you really give your life to God, God just like, the company let me go. Like, now you're going to find your way. Yeah. I prayed to God out of my laptop and phone in schools. Schools are like, oh, who are you? I even got money for a website. I'm on my ass. I'm in my little car, so. Yeah. I prayed to God, and 2 years later, something I did for a company 2 years ago, the black guy remembered me, put me in touch with Stockport. Nice. Then I started doing all the Stockport schools for 2 years. And then from there, I've always had work because I get the results, and it's not about getting results, it's about someone who actually cares. Yeah. And young people are going to listen to the truth. They're not going to listen to it because I've been through it. It's the truth, what I'm giving them. It hits the soul. Like, my man's not telling you the glitz and glamour. Yeah, you can make money to get a chain. Yeah, you can have a roller. You can have an S3. That when the police pull you, they're going to take all of that. Yeah. Then you're going to go to jail and start from scratch, but it's going to be harder to get a job. So ain't it better to just get a job, go on holidays. I go on like 7 holidays. I'm going to Thailand. Yeah. I've been Thailand twice in 11 months. I go on 6-7 holidays a year, and I ain't talking Benidorm neither. I'm talking we go Portugal, we go Greece, Thailand, like all that. And I tell kids, you can have that life. Yeah. It is hard, but if you do the hard work now, get in your schools, listen to your parents, like, just be a good person. Yeah, you're a muppet. My man's not on it no more. Them man that say they're on it, go to jail. Go to jail and have nothing when it come out.
2 outcomes into death
or jail or get injured.
Yeah. So, with the kids that you work with, I could imagine that it's not easy to get them to open up. What do you sort of do to get them to talk? Do you know what I mean? Because obviously, if you just initially you're a stranger, aren't you? And then you go into these kids and you're saying, right, look, this is what I'm telling you, like the father figure, innit? Yeah. Stop doing this, and they'll be like, shut up, you dickhead, who the fuck are you? Yeah. You know what I mean? What sort of friction do you get from that?
So, number one, Michelle makes contact with him, and Michelle would give the mum or the social worker whoever they're working with some podcasts I've done, so they get a understanding. But most of them have seen me on TikTok or something through their friends, or I've been their school, so they kind of know who I am. But I don't go with, yo, stop doing that. I just give you the information, right, bro. Bro, I can help you do this, or find out what they're like outside of school. Most of it's football, boxing.
Yeah, so they always have some hobby like.
But the mum can't afford it or whatever situation. So I say, right, your mum wants you to get back in school or whatever it is, right, let's just work on that. You do that, I promise you. So I'll get him back into boxing. I will pay for these sessions. I will take him to the session. I don't just take him and stay in my car. I'm like, yo, good goal, keep going. Or football, yeah, good pass. So I participate with him, take him for some food, but it's building that big brother, little brother, big brother, little sister relationship. And they get hold of me on Snapchat. They get hold of me on Instagram. It's all like, it's an open page because it's a business page. So it's got to be for safeguarding. But young people reach out to me at 8 at night. And why I did that is because let's just say, if a young person's got a problem at 8 at night, all the services are closed.
Yeah, there's no one
there. Really. They're going to go to the friends, get the wrong advice, or they're going to sit there, oh, Matthew, rare. And I've been on, like, me and my daughter, we're going, like, dinner dates with me and my daughter. And I'll be talking to her, and the phone will ring, and then she'll go, and I'll show her, and she'll go and answer it. Yeah. And I'll be like, oh, what you saying, sis? And this is a young girl at work with, or a young boy, what you saying, bro? I'm just out with my daughter on my face, to FaceTime or whatever, look. And it's like, hi. And they're like, oh, no, go on, you deal with your kid. And I'm like, no, go on, what's up? And 9 times out of 10, it's something minor, but to a young person, it's blown out of proportion.
Yeah, that's it.
It's just making sure they know that you are cared about, you are loved for, and then I show the young people what they have got. Because a lot of people, even me, sometimes look at what we've not got. I ain't got this much money, I ain't got this car, so I say, you got a good mum, or a good nan, or whoever, you got someone who loves you, you've got this, you've got that, point out what they've got in your and see them go, shit, I actually have got a decent life. It's just like you don't need a Montclair coat to fit in. They're the wrong people. You don't need to disrespect your mum and stay out till 10 o'clock. His mum don't care. That's why he can go in at 1 o'clock and he's only 13. Your mum actually cares. I've seen mums go out of the house in the slippers to go and get the kids. That mum cares. The mum that sits down and just shouts at the door, Alfred, Alfie.
Yeah.
And go sit down and smoke and drink alcohol. She don't really care. The mums that go in their car, they're the ones that care. You've got that, so don't know why. And I always say it's backwards. You're coming from a nice environment, a nice family. Why are you trying to do what we try to do to get out of that?
Was we having this conversation? This exact conversation. We're telling them about certain people that that they might be rapping and MCing.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, I know you're fucking perfect. You've been talking about straps and this and that. I know you've got a good life. You get what I'm saying? So why, if you've got everything on a plate, why choose that life?
You know what I get you though? What does the music, the TV show that's good? What the most of this, the gangster stuff,
You're right.
the girls twerking, it's all the guys with the chains and
It glamorizes it. But things what you're doing now, you're breaking the illusion.
yeah.
Which is wicked what you're doing. So I think we've jumped back and forth here. Some of my things are in order. I can edit this bit out anyway. Looking back at everything what you've done and everything that you've been through, what's some of the life lessons what you've learned through everything?
Number one, you're not guaranteed to find true love in this world. And I mean that whether it's with a partner or with a family member. I'm lucky I had Gary and I've got my kid, two of my kids. I've got 3 kids. One of them, right, we don't speak, so I can't say or tell you if he loves me. I can't tell you. And that's just me being true.
Yeah.
I love him because he's my son.
Yeah.
But we're not spoke for 6 years and then we speak for a couple of months and it's back. So you have to ask him that. But my other son is a mechanical engineer, the Mikai, and my daughter Anaya and my son Kean, they love me, they text me, tell me they're proud of me. So I know they love me and they show it by actions, not just words. So you're not guaranteed love. Do it for yourself because no one's going to do for you what you would do for yourself. Yeah. Someone might give you 50%, but no one's going to give you 100%. 100%. You've got to find God at some point in your life and give your life to a higher power. Women are stronger than men because women, I'm not saying this all the time, but 90% of the time from what I've seen and I've heard, it's a single mum, it's a man that's ran off and left the house. Yeah. And I even said to a woman the other day, I went, you've got 3 kids. They're all just finishing, one's finished school, one's nearly finishing, one's in year 9. I'm like, they're all dressed nice. You have a nice house. How do you do it? Because there's been times I was a gangster, a drug dealer, but there's times I didn't have a pound to buy a chip butty. But you women make it work. And then, you do all the clothes, you do all the things that a man should do. You do the DIY. Women will go to school and talk about, no one ain't bullying my child. You'll get them out here now. Square. Women are so strong. And then I remember having this little banter with my baby mother saying, getting shot is worse than a woman giving birth. So when I Googled it, giving birth, bro's getting shot out of the water, on the decimal points of pain. Yeah. So if a woman does all that, and I say to kids who have got mum and dad, let's just be honest, who's the first one to, if you're sick, to come up and down the stairs and do everything? My mum. My dad might come once or twice, but then he's going to start going on with himself. Yeah. Said, mum will moan on the 5th trip, but she's still going to do the 10th trip. Yeah. Mum he would walk barefoot, so you got the 110s just to fit in. Mum, who does all the school work and ironing the clothes, the food for your 3 brothers and you, and then look after your dad. Well, dad's gone to the gym or he's gone to the pub. I'm not saying we don't love yous, but you cannot beat a woman's love. And I'm not saying, guy, I love my daughter, there's nothing I want to do for her. Yeah. But I just see what women do, they're the stronger species, yeah. Women
are different, you know what I mean? And I suppose that's got to do with the fact that they carry you for 9 months. Yeah. And, you have that more of an internal bond with them.
Yeah.
Time us as men, it's, we're kind of, again, brought up to say, yeah, come on, man, sort it out. Yeah. You know what I mean? But yeah, women are powerful. Powerful. So on the subject of parents, if there was, for example, a mum or dad listening to the podcast now, watching the podcast, and their kids are going through, similar things to what you've gone through, maybe getting groomed, maybe coming home, taking drugs or caught up in some sort of, trouble cycle. What advice would you give to them if they were listening to this now? Or
for any person a parent that's listening or watching this, it would be
get a hold of like your social worker, get hold of the VRU, the Violence Reduction Unit, seek help. You can get hold of One Message. There's on Instagram, you can get hold of Michelle, who runs the professional One Message page. There's help out there. The VRU are good at, they've got centres for women, for children. They've got so much on there. It's the Violence Reduction Unit. The police have certain stuff. Seek help, but more than that, sit with your child and ask, did you have a good day? What's your favourite colour? What's your favourite music? Are you a virgin? Just get to know your kid, because I guarantee the elders on the streets know your kid. And stop being your son or your child's friend. Be the parent. I tell my daughter, you're not going to like every decision I make, but it's to keep you safe. So sometimes when she doesn't, like I said, let me say, don't shout. I just sit and say, Neo, why I'm saying you cannot sleep at someone's house? I do not know them that good. Yeah. And if they, and I tell her, say, if they sexually touch you, I'm going to go to jail for life. Yeah. And then you're not going to have a dad. I can't take back that trauma, and I'm not there for you. Yeah. So in it better, I don't let you go. You go while it's daylight with everyone's there at the party, and then when everyone's going, I take you home. You know what she said when I took her? I like sleeping in my own bed anyway. Thank you, Dad. I know you, but it's my job. So yeah, parents, just get to know your child. And if you need help, there's people like me at One Message out here again, the Violence Reduction Unit, who will put you in the right direction for someone to help with your son. I just know where I would go. You can get all the Matthew. I will talk to them. Michelle will set up a meeting and get them into sports, because a lot of kids just need to be a part of something. So even if it's a rugby club, tennis club, badminton club, they've got someone to talk to. They've got a safe space where they can open up their heart, because some people don't want to talk to their parents. Yeah. So just find them an outlet, but just find out what's wrong with them and let your child know you love them. Because me putting my arm around a kid when I was back in that life and giving them a chain and giving them money, I could have twisted most kids to hate their parents, because I'm giving them something what they perceive as love. Yeah. Money, a bit of time, a bit of a few whispers in the ear, love you, you're my G. Yeah. Nah, and young kids are listening, hey, if you've got a good mum, a carer, a foster carer, someone that loves you, an adult, you've got more than most people in this world, because a lot of people are living on fake love. And if your heart tells you your parents love you, please listen to your parent, your carer, that grown adult that's giving you the right positive advice.
You work with so many different kids. Yeah. Has anything happened where you thought, wow, you know what, I can't believe that's happened, type of thing?
3 quick cases. A young kid got murdered 2 years ago, 3 years ago, and his 5 friends, proper gang members. The police were scared that they're going to commit a murder because they were riding out and everything. So me and Michelle, I was working with one of these kids like a year previous. So then when it happened, the police called me in for a meet in GMP. Shout out to Martin Harrison. And he went, oh, we've got these 5 kids there. And I went, oh, such and such and such and such. Oh, I'm already working with him. We took him paintball. And he's like, so then they gave me funding. And these young people were 15, 16. Yeah. That was in COVID. They all finished their GCSEs. Wow. They all turned around. 3 of them go on holiday. They're all in Libya, Turkey. They're all over the world. One's a rapper, cold rapper. One's does roofing and all that. They turned their life around. And I just was real with him. I showed them that I cared. I'd pick them up, go for food. But I used to just talk to them. Not about knife crimes, bad. Just like, really, real talk. Yo, you've lost a friend. I've lost a brother. Now, if I would have got revenge, I wouldn't have... like I said, I'm getting divorced, but being married, that's an experience. Being on Ross Kemp, being on Netflix, going to Thailand. I said, oh, this having my daughter, having my kids, like none of this would have been possible if I would have got revenge. Yeah. So it's on you now. So whatever choice you make, just know when you're in jail, what stops me now from going after your family? You've just killed one of my boys, but you're in jail now. 5 of you are in jail.
Can't do nothing about it.
And just giving the realisation, now it's on you. But if you want to change, man would help you. Yeah. And then Michelle's got some young people jobs. And the other one was a guy, long story short, he was part of a big knife attacking there at the tram stop, working with him. As soon as we went in the house and meeting for the half an hour, I swear on my eternal soul, he's gone, now you've inspired me just from talking. Oh. My man, about 3 weeks in, my mum became cooking out of his nana's, and his food is banging. Yeah. And then now he's a full-time chef in Manchester in a big restaurant, and he's buying his first property and doing Airbnb. Okay. And then another one was kid from Wales, went to Newcastle, got treated bad, got through down the stair by his stepdad, got groomed in Newcastle, was come to man, he was in drugs at a care home. Started working with him, and 24 hours in, so I was doing 2 hours a week with him. Yeah. This guy, I got him a job at Delta, the boat making place where they make the fiberglass for the police boats. And I remember laughing with him you talk about you don't like police, but you're making the fiberglass for the boats that help catch the drug dealers. Yeah. And you know what? He turned it around, he left the gang life, and the people in the care home were so like just shocked because he just took his whole life and he had a proper career, a job, didn't hang with no one no more. And that's all because one day I came to the care home and he's kicking off at the women and he's gone the famous life, the artist from, yeah, but my life was at rare. So I just did 3 things to him. I said, how do you know when she's going home, she's not getting beat up by her man? Yeah. How do you know she's not going home and got no money? You're assuming because the adults you don't know. And then he went, yeah, but my mum and rare. And I looked at her and she just went, because she knows I was telling her, I said, yo, I'm going to tell you the truth. So you're disrespecting these women, trying to threaten them and all that. Take out these 2 women and take out me. Which adults really care about you? Yeah, tears in his eyes, he went, none. I went, so you're going to talk to these people like we've not all got our limit. And I said, boo-hoo that you got through down the stairs. Boo-hoo that happened to you. Boo-hoo that my mum burnt me and everything. Boo-hoo. Like, my family's involved in my brother's killing. But you've got to get on his life. You can use that and sit there and moan and wallow, not getting nowhere, or you can use that to be like, you know what, I want a better life. But don't talk to them like that because they care about you. And he had tears and he apologised. And from that day, he never disrespected him again because no one's told him. I don't do the pat on the pat back. Don't know. These are women.
Sugarcoat.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like, so they're the 3 cases. Like, there's more other cases, but them 3 were just real entrenched young people. And to see them getting a job. And then most people now, like I work with, like, they'll go back to school and turn it around because they see it's not what they thought, but Matthew's there every step of the way. One message is there. Go into the boxing, go into the thing. When the mum's upset and the mum's phoning Michelle and then Michelle's phoning me and I'm getting the kid on the phone like, listen, you little muppet, don't talk to your mum like that. But now I don't want to speak to him first like that. It's when we build that big brother. And then years later, you know what I love? When they just message me. I'm like, a girl, thank you for coming in the park. And you don't even know the hell that he did to me. Now I'm in a football academy. You always told me to keep it up. No. She was with friends that were smoking and were talking about, guys, I used to be on those. Don't do it. Don't do it. Trust me. Rare. And for her to say that 6 months, a year later, it's like, bro, like...
Serious job satisfaction.
Yeah, it is, bro.
Honestly, enough respect for what you're doing, you know what I mean? There's not enough people like you around, you know what I'm saying? And the things that you do, as you said throughout the podcast, it changes life.
Yeah.
It takes one person to say something in the right words.
Yeah.
And it can stop, can save lives.
Yeah.
Lives, you know what I mean? So, yeah, respect for what you're doing. For anybody that wants to follow your journey and wants to, maybe reach out to you or, see what sort of things you can, supply them with. Or, where can you find you on Instagram or website?
What's the... Look at my phone. Let's tell her. So I'll give you the business one, which Michelle runs, which is always on 24 hours. Mine's this. Just one. Mine's it. Only follow if you want to see a positive journey. You're going to encourage the journey. You're going to leave positive energy. I don't want you following me to talk crap because I will just block and delete you. I've got no time to waste energy. I'd like to say thank you for having me. And just before I go, one message changes lives. But just remember any trusted adult out there, young people, the parents, remember the violence reduction unit do a great job. So the police have some sort of projects that they do for young people, for like homelessness, for whatever. You've just got to tap in. And let's please stop our kids telling our kids, we don't trust the police, we don't like the police. The police are here to save lives and to help people. There's bad and good in every profession. 100%. You've had normal jobs where your boss has been a knob and you think, yo, I'm just a mechanic. But it's that power trip. But then everyone else is good. So have belief in yourself, young people, and just go for the good life. And there's help out there. Just a strong man will ask for help. Not need help and drown.
So that was a nice message to end on, bro. And again, thanks for taking your time.
Thanks for having me, bro.
Thanks for Michelle taking you down. And you know what I mean? There's a lot of information that the kids can take away. And hopefully, even if one person listens and me, and it makes a difference, then I've done my job and you've done your job. You know what I'm saying? So manners and respect for your time. Thanks for taking your time. And I'll keep following you and
thank you.
And seeing how you get on with the journey.
And can we use this for the young Black and Asian, dual heritage community, and obviously for every young person, but it's like for the Black people and the mixed race and the Asian community, look to see how 2 brothers have gone from down there, from bad lives. We didn't make any excuses. We took our accountability for our actions, and look, we're both successful and both happy. And you can do the same just with asking for help and just believe in yourself and don't give up.
Message. Yeah, thank you for your
welcome,
time,
bro. You're welcome. Nice one, brother.
Thank you so much for tuning in to today's episode of Struggle to Strength. If you like the episode, please do like, comment, subscribe, share. tell a friend to tell a friend, because you never know who it might impact. Until next time, see you later.